Are most children with Asperger's basically the same with respect to symptoms and level of functioning, or are there significant differences from one child to the next? Well, the short answer to that question is there are definitely significant differences from one child to the next. Kids with Asperger's and high-functioning autism demonstrate widely different levels of skills as well as severity of symptoms. These children demonstrate impairments in relationships to peers, the use of nonverbal communicative behaviors within their social exchanges, the use of imitation, as well as symbolic or dramatic play. Social interactions are characterized by low rates of both initiation and response. This is most marked in interactions for the purpose of sharing experiences and establishing interpersonal connection. The use of nonverbal communication, for example, gestures, emotional expressions, and so on, is affected in these children both expressively and receptively. These children use fewer nonverbal gestures and a more limited range of facial expressions in their communications than their typical peers do. Kids on the high-functioning end of autism appear to pay less attention to others' emotional displays, and they tend to demonstrate fewer acts of empathy or shared emotion. They also demonstrate less imitation of others' actions, movements, and vocalizations. There are wide-ranging differences in the levels of play skills seen in these children. However, functional play and other object play are not impaired relative to typical children. Only the production of symbolic play acts is markedly deficient. Sensory motor play also appears to be affected, with more receptive and immature play seen in kids on the autism spectrum. There are wide-ranging differences within the group of kids with Asperger's and high-functioning autism in their social interests and behaviors. In terms of general sociability, there are three basic subgroupings of these children based on social interests. The first subgrouping would be active but odd. This group makes initiations and responds to others. They're interested in interactions and seek them out, but their ways of carrying out the interactions are usually in their odd language, obsessive topics, and lack of understanding others. The second subgroup would be aloof. This group is indifferent in all situations, particularly marked with peers, though approaching to get needs met and often enjoying physical interactions. And the third subgroup would be passive. This group involves kids who initiate few social interactions but respond positively to the approaches from others. The descriptions of these subgroups imply developmental differences, IQ scores, language levels, and patterns of brain function. The descriptions also imply differences in context. For example, a child may be detached from friends but passively responsive to adults. These descriptions also imply differences in temperament and amount of negative behavior displayed in social interactions. Characterizing the patterns in this way is useful to parents, teachers, and therapists because it helps to focus interventions and set priorities.